Hello everyone, Thempyrean here with new cards. We've got new Raw support. But first up, what is she doing in Rush Duels? Diabell Star and Poplar got a card in Rush Duels called Midnight Reading. It's to celebrate the new Sinful Spoils animated shorts that are coming soon. But what the hell? That's crazy. Also, there's the mask. She could just take that off, apparently. That's crazy that they have a full, like, extended art card for Diabell Star in Rush Duels of all things. I'm not even going to bother reading it. It doesn't, like, it does what you would expect. It does, like, a Sinful Spoils-ish type thing, but Rush Duelified. Additionally, I wanted to take a quick look at, I'm also still a little bit sick, if you can probably hear. I wanted to take a quick look at the new stuff they're doing for prizing. There's new alt arts. They're going to start doing alt arts for prizing, which they should have been doing a long time ago, honestly. Here's a cool one for Call of the Haunted, Ghost, Belle, and Haunted Mansion Call of the Haunted. Really cool. Love that. I like that they keep putting her in other cards. It's fun. And then Solemn Judgment was stamped. Fine, whatever. And then also a bunch of dice, too. And also an ROG Xbox Ally for some reason. Anyways, let's talk about our main event here. The Winged Dragon of Ra. Look at that. New pack, Immortal Phoenix. Is that just the name of the pack? Yeah, Imph. Immortal Phoenix is the name of it. Dude, that's a fucking awesome pack art. Gotta say. Okay, so these are all going to be based on Merrick's Winged Dragon of Ra, right? It's not based on Yugi playing them or just like a generic Ra support. This is all based on what Merrick played with the Ra card. So it's going to be a full-ass archetype too. Interesting. Very interesting. Which means it's going to be based on like the cards that Merrick plays. So first up we have, which is funny because we've been watching the Battle City arc in Yu-Gi-Oh! Tuesday, on Yu-Gi-Oh! Tuesday, every Tuesday, 4 p.m. on the twitch.tv/Thempyrean. We've been watching this, so we might recognize some of these. I don't recognize this fucker, but I don't think we've gotten to this duel yet. The True Sun God's Poet, Helpomir. Helpomir? Is this supposed to be Helpomer? Like, I don't know. Anyways, it's a level 5 Dark Fiend, 2000 attack, 1400 defense. You can use this card's first, third, second, and third effects each once per turn. Discard one of the cards, special summon this card from your hand. Okay. It's a Diabell Star. If this card is special summon, you can add one Sun God card from your deck to your hand, except for the Sun God's Poet, Helpomer. And if your opponent's life points are at least 2,000 life points, 2,000 higher than yours, you could discard one random card from their hand. So this plays into the fact that Merrick pays all his life points into the Ra card. Interesting. So you just get to do a little hand rip, which is fun. It was not like a crazy effect though. So it's like if they have to be 2,000 higher than you to get the hand rip. So it's not. I don't think it's like I'm not a huge fan of hand rip, but as far as this goes, I don't mind this honestly. During the end phase, if Immortal Sun God was sent to your graveyard this turn, apparently Immortal Sun God is just a card in here as well. You can add this card from your graveyard to your hand. It's just resetting your ability to do stuff, I suppose. Okay, here's Makiura. We have seen Makiura in the anime. This comes from the duel with Mai. The Sun God's Destructor, Makiura. Level 4 Dark Warrior effect monster. Cool looking. Are they all going to have that as the background? Just the tablet? Okay, interesting. Level 4 Dark Warrior, 1600, 1200. You can use this card's first and second effects once per turn. This card's normal special summon sent from the hand or field to the graveyard. You can set a spell, Sun God spell trap for your deck or hand. If it's a quick play spell or trap, it can be activated this turn. That makes sense. It's Makiura, after all. That's fun, though. It's like, if it's normal special summon, or if it's sent from hand or field to the graveyard. So if you discard it off of the other fucker, Helpomer, you get to activate it too, like Makiura. That's a cool way to do that. During the end phase, if Immortal Sun God was sent to your graveyard this turn, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand. Are you gonna, like, you're gonna fucking, if once Immortal Sun God gets sent to the graveyard, you're just gonna add back every goddamn card in the deck to your hand? That's kind of fun, actually. I don't hate that. The Sun God's Terror Machine, Gilgarth. I don't remember this one, so it must be in a future duel. I mean, we've only gotten to the My duel. We haven't gotten to the duel with Bakura or the duel with Joey. You only use this card first, second, and third effects each one per turn. If you control a Sun God card, you can switch on this card from your hand. Okay, simple enough. You contribute this card and target one other card in the graveyard. Send a Sun God card for your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, place the targeted card on the bottom of the deck. So that sets them up to be returned to your hand if Immortal Sun God goes to the graveyard. And then, of course, as during the end phase, Immortal Sun God is sent to the graveyard, you can add this card for your graveyard to your hand. Makes sense? Makes sense. Then we have the Sun God's Torture Device, Visor Death Shock. Oh, man. Fucking Visor. They're not gonna have the leg bands and the arm bands, though. Level 4 Dark Fiend effect monster, 800, 1200. You can use the first and third effects of this card name once per turn. Monster sent to your opponent's graveyard, and you control a Sun God card even during the damage step. You can special summon this card from your hand. Turn 0 play. Well, no, you have to control a Sun God card, so it's not a turn 0 play. If you do, return one other card on the field to the hand or extra deck, and if you do, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. A lot of and if you do's. So you get the special summon the card, and then it returns another card in the field to the hand or extra deck, and then it does 800 damage. Cool. Cool. That is a mandatory, so it can be a problem, theoretically. But I don't know why you'd be special summoning it anyways, because that's all it does. It can't be destroyed by battle, sure, whatever. It's basically just to protect your ass a little bit, and then do a little bit of removal, and then during the end phase, it returns itself to the hand. That's it. All we've got for main deck monsters. That's, I mean, Makiura is a really good card, and that's about it. No, that's not right. That's not true. Helpomir is a searcher, and it special summons itself. So you have these two cards are like decent, and this guy does a Foolish Burial, which sets you up for stuff, and it's just like an extender. None of this shit locks you though. None of these guys are locking you whatsoever. Interesting. All right, and then we have the boss monster, the fusion. Look at that. They have cleverly removed Merrick from the picture here. He's supposed to be right here, but they made him in the mist instead. Look at that overframe, though. Wow. That's so cool. All right. The Sun God of Darkness, the Winged Dragon of Ra, level 10, Divine Beast. There's another Divine Beast fusion effect monster. Question mark attack, question mark defense. Requires the Winged Dragon of Ra and 3 Sun God monsters. Interesting. Unaffected by other cards' effects. Sure. That, I mean, for this fucking card, sure. It's supposed to be, it's gotta be a towers. They're so slowly giving Ra all of its effects. Once per turn during the main phase, quick effect, you can discard any number of Sun God cards. Then choose that many of your opponent's occupied main monster zones. Make your opponent send the monsters in those zones to the graveyard. Oh, so it has Ra's destruction effect, but now it's sending. Wait, it's making the opponent send, so it gets through any tower's effects. And also it discards instead of paying life points so that you can pay your life points into this fucker. Whoa, that's so cool. When an attack is declared involving this card, you can pay life points so you only have 1 left. This card gains attack and defense equal to the amount of life points paid and the total attack of all Sun God monsters currently in your graveyard. Which is why they stay there until it goes to the graveyard. Wait, this isn't the Immortal... This isn't the Immortal Sun God. I guess that'll have to be something we find later, because that's not the Immortal Sun God. Interesting. But regardless, they stay in the graveyard to power up this guy until Immortal Sun God goes to the grave, and then they all come back to get you back in the to do a combo again. Wow, that's already looking pretty strong. Oh my god, look at this lava golem. they are going to remove every single one of those skeletons. All those skeletons are, well, I mean, maybe skeletons are fine, but it does heavily imply something, right? I don't know. Maybe we'll see. The Sun God Steel Cage Lava Golem. Level 8 Fire Fiend Fusion Effect Monster, 3,000, 2,500. Sun God monster you control and 2 face-up monsters on the field. Interesting wording there. Cannot be used as fusion material, must either be fusion summoned or special summoned from the extra deck to your opponent's main monster zone by sending the above cards from either field to the graveyard. So 1 Sun God monster you control and 2 of your opponent's monsters summons to the opponent's side of the field. It does contact fuse to, it can contact fuse to your side of the field. Wait, no, it can't contact fuse, okay, yeah. But it also, because of the way it's worded, it can take 2 of your monsters and 1 of your opponent's monsters if they have something that's harder to out, which is interesting. If you summon with a second method, you can only special summon for once for the rest of this turn. Ugh. Okay, so they want you to not be able to just use this generically. This is like, you could only use this in this fucking deck. That seems pretty rough, though. Even for this deck. Like, this deck seems to special summon more than once. You can only special summon the Sun God Steel Cage Lava Golem once per turn, no matter which method you use. Sure. And then once per turn during your standby phase, take 1,000 damage. Yeah, it just is Lava Golem, but with a bit easier access for this deck specifically. And he, oh my god, it's another Monster Reborn retrained for a specific archetype. Immortal Sun God, a quick play spell. I was not expecting this to be a quick play spell. What the fuck? Sent to your graveyard. So after it activates, it'll hit the graveyard and then activate. Okay, let's figure out what it does, I suppose. Quick play spell, you can use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn each. Special summon 1 Winged Dragon or Ra monster from your graveyard or banishment, ignoring its summoning conditions. And if Winged Dragon or Ra, if it is Winged Dragon or Ra, send it to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon 1 Winged Dragon or Ra monster from your extra deck. Send any monster summoned by this effect to the graveyard during the end phase. Huh. Okay, so you special summon a Winged Dragon or Ra monster from your graveyard or banishment, ignoring its summoning conditions. If it is the Winged Dragon or Ra, you send that to the graveyard and get out this fucker, Sun God of Darkness, the Winged Dragon of Ra. And then you send any monster summoned by this effect to the graveyard during the end phase, which means it only sticks around for 1 turn. Huh. And the way that's like an effect on the summon, so it's not, it should still be affected by it. Otherwise, they literally wouldn't put it on the card because it's the only target. During a main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can discard a Sun God card, add this card to your hand. So you can just do it over and over again. The idea is that the Winged Dragon of Ra fusion monster will only be staying on the field for 1 turn, and it'll go away, and then you'll bring it back, and you'll go away, and it'll bring it back. Sure, sure. Okay, here's a continuous spell. The Sun God Leading Down into Darkness. Continuous spell card. Activate this card by sending Winged Dragon the Raw monster from your hand, deck, or face-up field to the graveyard. You can use the first, second effect of this card once per turn. During your main phase, as card was activated this turn, you can add 1 Sun God monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, wow, it's already... It just, like, does the whole thing for you. Like, it sends... This is the starter. It sends Winged Dragon to Ra and then gets you Immortal Sun God. Sure. If a monster is destroyed by battle, inflict damage to its controller equal to its original attack. Then if you have Winged Dragon to Ra in your graveyard, you gain 1,000 life points. That includes yourself, though. Dangerous. Oh my god, here's the Harpy ladies being tributed by Ball. Or attributing to make Ball. That's funny. Also, this one's definitely going to get censored. You can't deny that one. Sun God Domination. Normal trap card. You can use the first and second effects of this card once per turn. If a Winged Dragon the Raw monster is on the field, apply these effects in sequence. Special summon a monster from each graveyard to your field. Which can include the Winged Dragon Ra. If the Winged Dragon Ra is on the field, take control of all monsters your opponent controls. Oh. Oh, silly. You banish this card from your graveyard and tribute 1 Winged Dragon or Raw monster, or gain life points equal to the attack it held on the field. So this helps to get back Ball if you use Ball. You can like summon back your Raw and then get Ball back and then tribute it to gain life points or whatever. Yeah, something like that. Sure. It's like not a, it's like a fine effect. I mean, like, this is crazy, right? Because like you're gonna have Winged Dragon Ra in the graveyard. This is the entire point of the deck. And then it just like takes control of all monsters your opponent controls. Not for the turn either. It just does it. Oh, here's a God Slime. The Sun God's Protector, Egyptian God Slime. Continuous trap card. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Special summon this card in defense position as an effect monster. It has the stats 3,000, 3,000, blah, 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 blah. Still a trap with these effects. If it is special summon, you can add a Sun God card from your deck to your hand. Then if it is a monster and this is your opponent's turn, you can special summon it. And cannot be destroyed by card effects. Sure. This card sucks. No, it's like, I guess it's fine. It adds a Sun God card that's like not nothing. If it's a monster, you can summon it. Is there literally any reason to do that? I guess to block. If you need more blockers to prevent you from dying, I suppose. And then what's this? This is new art for Winged Dragon Ra, Immortal Phoenix. Yeah, I guess you can send Immortal Phoenix as well. I don't know why you would. It feels like you kind of just want to send the original. I guess if you already have the original there. How do I feel about these? I mean, they're cool. They're extremely flavorful. I think people like think when I'm saying that they're not, when cards aren't meta, I'm saying I don't like them. These cards are fucking awesome. Don't get me wrong. These cards are really fucking cool. I think so. Like with the Sacred Beast cards, I was a little disappointed that they didn't work with the old Sacred Beast cards at all. And these Ra cards don't really work with the old Ra cards very well, I would say. They might still work with something like Ancient Chant a little bit, or like the Guardian Slime still. Egyptian God Slime, certainly. You can turn this guy into Egyptian God Slime, the fusion monster, I should say. So like they still work with them, but they don't really like help those cards function more, right? They work a lot better than the Sacred Beast cards do together, I should say. But I think I like that they're kind of taking a little bit of a different direction, because these are the Merrick Ra cards, not the Yugi Ra cards, or however you want to frame them. Like they're not the Ra cards, these are like the evil Ra cards, right? So I like that. Are they any good though? Like Ra is interesting because Ra is the God card with the most support already, which means it was already the closest to actually being playable. You can make like a decently functional Winged Dragon of Ra deck as opposed to Slifer or Obelisk. But is that enough altogether? So, unfortunate thing about True Sun God is it adds cards that mention the Winged Dragon of Ra, and most of these cards don't. They mention the Sun God instead, or Immortal Sun God. However, Immortal Sun God itself and Sun God Leading Down into Darkness, the starter, both mention Winged Dragon of Ra. So, what I was already running the True Sun God as a starter, I've played around with I've wanted to make Ra work as a deck for a while. So I've been playing around with these cards for a while. True Sun God gives you 3 additional copies, essentially, of your starter, and also can get you into Immortal Sun God if you already have that, and then you can use the search for a Sun God card on something else. Oh wait, it only adds monsters. I just realized it only adds monsters. Which means you would get the Spell Trap Searcher, Makira. Not even searcher. It places it on the field. Avoids droll. So that's cool. You've got like 3 more copies of that. But True Sun God also has other effects, right? It has like a weird, what do you call it? Summoning sickness condition, where monsters except for Winged Dragon or Ra can't attack the turn they're special summoned. Oh, wait. That includes the fusion, though. Fuck. That includes the fusion, which means it can never attack. That includes the fusion, which means it can never attack. Dude. Come on. Because it has the name in there, but it's not the name. It doesn't become the name either. It's always something separate. That's stupid. That's annoying. Okay, so maybe you can't run... Well, you can just send it from the... You can just send this card from the field to clear it, and then send a Winged Dragon or Ra for your monsters into the graveyard. And I assume you have to have the Winged Dragon or Ra on the field to actually do that. God damn it. That's annoying. Blaze Cannon, though, if you're just gonna use, like, if you end up having to use the normal Winged Dragon or Ra, Blaze Cannon's a pretty powerful card. It makes Ra have a crazy amount of shit going on to with it. Ancient Chant, of course, would be reasonable. You can get a decent amount of guys on the field. So you can Ancient Chant them. Guardian Slime. I don't know if you play Guardian Slime. And if Ancient Chant's just unsearchable because you can't run True Sun God. Is there a way to get it off the field in this deck? Oh, there is. There is. It's Visor Death Shock. So, if a monster is sent to your opponent's grave, you can special summon this card and bounce that shit back to your hand. So it's not in your way. That's annoying. So that's like the support they could pull from. Of course, there's also, you know, the cards want you to do. They're having a reprint of Immortal Phoenix. You can run Sphere Mode in this deck, of course, as well, right? Although it's not like searchable like it is in with the other cards, because you only search cards that mention Sun God. And then Phoenix is like, if Winged Dragon or Ra is sent from the field to the grave while this card's in your graveyard, special summon it. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this effect activation. The card is unaffected by other card effects. Pay 1,000 to send a monster from the field to the graveyard. And then during the end phase, send this to the graveyard, special summon Winged Dragon or Ra Sphere Mode from the deck. I think it's from the deck, right? So, like, you can get this guy into the graveyard because you can send your Ra cards to the graveyard. And then you can, when you send Winged Dragon of Ra to the grave to summon Sun God of Darkness, you can then also get Phoenix onto the field too. And that's like fine. It's another 4,000 attack on the field, and it has removal effects. This one's a once per turn on this guy. But it is a quick effect, which is neat. Is the one on Immortal Phoenix a quick effect? Or not a quick effect, I mean, once per turn? No, it's not. Which is nice, but it does cost life points, which you need to boost the attack. And then it can get Sphere Mode, which can get Ra. and it'll give Ra 4,000, and Ra also has a removal effect. Oh, there's also Sun God Unification. Activate this card during the main phase, pay life points. No, I don't think so. Doesn't seem worth it. Hey, you got better cards in here. If that's the case, then... So, Makiura can get you Sun God. Immortal Sun God. Sun God leading down in the darkness can get you Makiura, which gets you Immortal Sun God. So that's like... Yeah, but getting Sun God, Immortal Sun God without sending Winged Dragon of Ra to the graveyard doesn't actually do anything. Very happy it gets from the banishment, though, because that could be really annoying if your Ra gets banished. This is a little annoying, actually. This does not really work the way I want it to. The thing I'm still pissed about is the fact that, goddamn, True Sun God doesn't work the way I want it to. Huh. So I guess the game plan is you go Sun God leading down into darkness. You send Winged Dragon of Ra to the graveyard. You grab Makiura. If you have Helpomere, you use Helpomere to discard Makiura to summon itself, and then Makiura activates. Otherwise, you just normal summon Makiura. Makiura grabs Immortal Sun God. It can be activated this turn. And then Immortal Sun God activates, summoning the Ra, and then sending the Ra to the graveyard to summon Immortal, the Sun God of Darkness, the Winged Dragon of Ra, which is a big fuck off towers, and can do a huge monster wipe, and can pay life points so you have one left and gain that much attack and defense. So you only need one other thing to get in for lethal, assuming your opponent isn't able to establish more monsters on the field. Oh wait, no, it gains the attack of all the Sun God monsters too, right? But again, if the opponent can establish one other monster on board, that could be a problem. So I think you do that unless your opponent. So you're always going second in this deck. You want to OTK. You're going second. So unless your opponent has something that's going to stop that combo I just described, in which case you have to use the Lava Golem early. As soon as you get one Sun God monster on the field, you just go ahead and do that, which you would do after you have the after you normal summon the Makiura, or do the other thing, get the other guy on the field instead. But if you don't have to do it there, you can do it. You can save it until this point, where you will then use it to clean up the board and give them a monster in attack position that you can attack into. That'll hopefully, if you have enough Sun God monsters, they all have really wimpy attack. Okay, Gilgarth has a decent amount of attack. And the deck doesn't lock you in any way, so if you can establish, say, a Makiura and a Gilgarth, or, you know, Helpomere and Gilgarth, you can, like, make a random link monster. You could make, you could make Little Knight. Little Knight might be good for cleanup. You could make, I guess Moon is banned now, so you can't make Moon. If you get Gilgarth and Makiura, you can make Exciton Knight, And Exciton Knight could do some stuff, or you can turn Exciton Knight into Fiendsmith combo, right? And then Fiendsmith could do some stuff for you, and then you go Immortal Sun God, because none of this locks you. None of this locks you at all. This is like an engine you can run in another deck. I'm like, that's the thing I'm realizing about this. This is like an engine you can run in another deck. It doesn't have to be a Ra specific deck. You just need 3 copies of this, probably 3 copies of this. Probably a Makiura and like a Gilgarth. Maybe 3 Makiura and a Gilgarth, so you can try and get into multiple copies. Or do you have a Helpomer too? Because Helpomer can get you into a Gilgarth, right? Yeah, I think you go... Well, the Helpomer is a 5, which fucks up the ability to go into the 4. Yeah, Helpomer seems kind of... If you're trying to do like it's a good like extender if you happen to have it, because it could also do some fucked up shit here. But I think if you're trying to do an engine of it, maybe not. But like, just like 3 Makiura, if you draw into it, awesome. You get to do more stuff. And then the 1 Gilgarth you can search if you have Makiura already. And then you can make Exciton Knight if you draw into Makiura and a search piece. And then go Fiendsmith. Or you could like do any number of other things, right? There's so many things you can do with just like 2 guys on board. Or you could even just like eschew that, right? You don't even have to do that. Like it's, again, it's 3 of this, 3 of this, probably 3 of this, maybe even just 2 of this. 3 of Makiura, 1 Winged Dragon of Ra, and then 1 of these guys in the extra, and 1 of these guys in the extra, maybe even more. Maybe you want to make it repeatable, because this fucker can get back to hand. I just have to discard a Sun God card, but luckily all the Sun God cards come back to your hand. So, like, once this hits the graveyard, you've triggered the effect of all of them to come back to your hand in the end phase, right? The trap cards seem decent. I guess they're like something else to set if you, especially Domination. Domination is like something else you can set if you draw into Immortal Sun God somehow. So how many cards is that? If you do like the full thing I'm thinking of, like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's just say 6. 7, 10, and maybe even 1 Domination. That's 11 cards. That's extremely svelte. Extremely svelte. And then you can just like, if you draw into... Oh wait, also Winged Dragon of Ra for 12. Still though, if you just draw into like this guy, it does have to be this guy though, which is a little tough. Makes me wonder about the Makiura at all. Like, it is really rough. The that we can't do true Sun God. Monsters except Winged Dragon or Ra cannot attack the turn they are special summoned. Fucking hell. Because this combo doesn't summon Winged Dragon of Ra. It summons Because it summons it for a second and then immediately turns it into Sun God of Darkness, which is unfortunate for this. For that card, I should say. Which would really help up the consistency. I'm just like, because I'm thinking it's 12 cards, but it only works if you draw the 3 of. Because otherwise you don't get Winged Dragon of Ra into the graveyard to do the whole combo. You need to get Winged Dragon of Ra into the graveyard. Yeah, not even Gilgarth does it. Gilgarth doesn't send a card. It sends a Sun God card and not fucking Winged Dragon of Ra. So the only card that sends Winged Dragon of Ra to the graveyard is Sun God leading down in the darkness. Which means you would need True Sun God to make it more consistent, but True Sun God turns off the ability of the fusion to actually attack and do anything that it's supposed to be doing. Hold up a second, this is Ian from the future coming in, interrupting this video. I just realized, again, that the Sun God of Darkness is unaffected by other cards' effects total, not just your opponent's effects like other cards do, which means it is probably unaffected by True Sun God. Which means that True Sun God can just be an additional amount of starters, which is really cool, especially for the small engine that I'm theorizing, right? Just having 6 cards that are spell traps that could just easily get to it. It means they don't require your normal summon. I guess that you do require your normal summon eventually to get the Makira on the field. But like, God, that's really cool. This is really, really cool that you could just use this. And then it can also, this card can also get you the Immortal Phoenix into the graveyard to use that, to get that as part of your combo. It opens up so much just being able to use the True Sun God in this deck. Really excited about that idea. So keep that in mind as well when you're thinking about this deck, that this Floodgate effect, the Summoning Sickness effect, doesn't apply to the Sun God of Darkness. Because it's an effect applied to the monsters. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't apply because Sun God of Darkness is unaffected by even including your own card effects. So that means your opponents are going to have to deal with the fact that they can't attack more so than you are. Really cool. Really, really cool. All right. That's all I got for this little thing. Back to the video. And if you have it set up that way, you can't get Winged Dragon of Ra back onto the field through any of the means in that deck. You have to play something like Millennium Revelation to make sure you can add Monster Reborn to your hand consistently. And how are you searching that? Because you've already used your fucking search from True Sun God. That's annoying. Still though, I'm pretty impressed with these cards, even despite that, the fact that it requires, I guess Makira can also get you into, Makira can get you into Immortal Sun God. Oh, here we go. Wait, hold up. Makira should be at 3 because Makira normal summon. Hold up. Makira normal summon can get you into the continuous spell, and the continuous spell doesn't get Immortal Sun God, which is why I wasn't considering that. But what it does get you is fucking Helpomer. Helpomer. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. And Helpomer can special summon itself by just discarding a card, easy enough, to add a Sun God card, which can be Immortal Sun God. So if you have one of Helpomer, then you have a 6 of chance of getting into this combo. So that helps a lot. So what are the numbers then? I wonder if you still play Gilgarth in that instance. Like, do you even? Because like, I don't know. I don't know. At the very least, let's talk bare minimums here, right? We have at least 3 of this Makira, at least 3 the continuous spell, Sun God leading down into darkness. That is 6 starters. That's enough. 6 starters is a mathematically good number of starters. 2 Sun God, I guess, maybe for repeatability, just because it's vulnerable in the graveyard, right? Don't need these other 2. Definitely don't need Visor Death Shot. That card seems terrible. And Gilgarth, I feel like iffy on, right? So, and we have to have 1 Helpomer to make the Makira line make sense. So it's at bare minimum 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably 9. You probably want 9 for the second copy of Sun God. 9 cards for the combo, right? That ain't bad. That's not bad at all. And then if you're trying to do a more like full on build of it, you additionally have Gilgarth, which helps you. Oh, you know, Gilgarth does send Makira to the grave, which can then activate its effect to search. So Gilgarth is also a starter. Even if you Oh wait, it says target 1 other card in either grave. I don't know. I don't think that works then, right? This is more of a later on kind of dealio, because you'd have to have a card in either graveyard other than itself after you tribute its effect. After you tribute it for its effect, yeah. So that's only if your opponent has hand trapped you. But what I was gonna say is that this makes Gilgarth a decent extender. Because it can play through hand. Although what it's doing is it's like if they hand trap your Makira, you're using the Gilgarth to extend on that, but that's effect is once per turn, right? They can't ash it at least, but they can like effect veiler it if you're normal summoning it, or imperm it, right? If it's activating in the graveyard, there's other things they could theoretically have, but less likely to run into. Huh. But Helpomer definitely gives you extra consistency by just having another search. You don't need too many searches in this deck. So having some redundancy helps. It's not a ton of redundancy is the only thing I'm worried about. But this is only the first wave, and let's just check the numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 30. Okay. 31, 51, 52. Okay, this is not helpful. 72, 73. They're ordered by they're arranged by their trap and spell and monster and fusion extra deck stuff. And remember also oh wait, no, because you're going second deck. I just realized you're going second deck. The Gilgarth will be online as long as you have something in your graveyard, which you probably do because you're probably running a shit ton of hand traps because you can afford to fit them in. So it would be live. So this can actually be 3 more copies of Makira, theoretically, in a going second kind of way. This is not like for the smaller package I'm imagining, but this is for the more full-on idea, which I think might be interesting as well. I think it's still like a valid idea. In fact, you could probably fit a smaller package of something like a Feedsmith, like I was talking earlier, or something else of that ilk, like a Mitsurugi something. Maybe Mitsurugi can work in here. I'm not sure. But if you could fit something like that in there, you could add a little bit of extra power to it, and this would help you get more consistency on the Makira, a little bit more redundancy on the effects. I don't know. I don't know. I do love the idea though of like you go second and then you go like a Mitsurugi combo or something of that same ilk, like a Vane Smith combo. Your opponent uses up a lot of their interactions on that, and then you go like, okay, now Makiura. Okay, now we go Makiura or Helpomare or Gilgarth, right? And then we fucking go hard in on this raw stuff after they've used up a lot of their resources. Any remaining stuff you can sweep up with Lava Golem or something, and then go in for lethal with the raw. I don't know, it's interesting. This deck has a lot of stuff going for it that makes me want to think more about how to build this deck. Like, I could go on longer trying to theorize how best to build this deck, but I think I should let you go for now. You're probably tired of me just theorizing. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of these cards down below. You know what? What if you play Necrofusion in this deck? Winged Dragon Ra and 3 Sun God monsters? Like, what if you play Necrofusion and you fucking make this thing hard? You hard summon this. It doesn't have a fusion spell in its own like deck, but what if you fucking do a hard fusion on Sun God of Darkness? Like, you do your normal Sun God of Darkness stuff first, but then you set up a Necrofusion to just make this guy, or like maybe something else. Maybe some other way to make the Necrofusion work. I don't know. There's all sorts of things you could do with these cards because they don't lock you in any way, shape, or form. So I'm interested in these. I'm interested to see what could be possible with these cards. I think that's gonna be it for me though. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, let me know down below what you're thinking about with these cards. What's going on with you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now. Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites and find my other YouTube channels and Twitch channel by checking out my website in the description below for all those links. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members whose names you'll see scrolling by in these credits here. For just $1 a month, you too can find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity, among other benefits. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Beastsman, Beelzis, Fleakill, Fire Mizumi, Golden Nova, Haru Hayes, Squish, and the almighty Ferret Lord. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye!